Hola a todo el mundo, bienvenidos a Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. La última vez dije que nos veríamos a fin de mes y... sí. Bienvenidos a la vida de la profesora. Es la única forma que tengo de resumir esto. Bienvenidos a la vida de la profesora. Esperaba que sería más... Esperaba ir encontrándome esas cosas gradualmente en el monasterio. Ya sabéis, como al comienzo del Let's Play, que estoy haciendo las cosas del monasterio y de repente aparece uno. Pues, ¿qué tal? No. Aquí están todos de golpe. Vamos a empezar con esto. Solo haremos esto y luego ya de vida de la profesora. Estoy atrapado. Estoy atrapado en el invernadero. ¡Ábranme la puerta! ¡Let me out! ¡Let me out! Gracias. ¿Quieres ver qué está haciendo Petra?
Professor, please do not be concerned. I just did too much overworking and lost my strength.
Te estás machacando.
Yes, that is the truth. Please accept my apology. I have sorrow. I am sorry to be fainting at a time like this. Even though I was not asking for your care and attention, you gave it willingly.
Es lo menos que podía hacer.
I am thinking that is incorrect. Will you have a listen to me? There is something that I must be saying. I am thinking you already have knowledge of why I came to Fodlan. Not for studying, but as a hostage for the Empire. So that Bridget would not be rebelling anymore. It feels like a knife against my throat. That I am making my grandfather obey the Empire. Because I am a hostage, it is not an option to be giving up. I must be fighting, and winning, and staying alive. I must do anything to be making life better for Bridget. To be making Bridget and the Empire stand as equals. That is what my people are wanting from me. And what my grandfather, the King of Bridget, is wanting.
¿Y qué es lo que deseas tú?
My want? The wants of my people are something I have power to achieve. Their wants are my own.
Solo tú sabes lo que deseas.
What I really want... I have understanding. Wait, no, I actually do not have understanding. Yet, what I am understanding is that there is something I am not understanding. Before the war is over, I will have understanding. That, you can be counting on.
El nivel de apoyo de Xavier Petra sube a... Hoy menos mal que todo el mundo se me va a motivar con esto, porque la última vez que vine a la cantina... Vale, vuelvo a tener algo de comida, pero en serio, como hago tan a lo bestia los apoyos cocinando, me quedo sin comida en nada. Pero en nada, no exagero, la comida me vuela. Al final de Golden Deeds no tenía comida. Hey yo. Oh, un cristal arcano, mira tú qué bien. Solo necesito otro y ya puedo hacer un hacha eléctrica. Que la podré hacer, creo que es cuando haga la de luchar contra los desertores. Ahí es cuando aparece el mago que te da cristales arcanos. ¿Quieres ver qué está haciendo Linhardt?
Ah, yes. Professor, what brings you out so late?
Podría preguntarte lo mismo.
I've been worrying about something. I asked you once to help me achieve my goal of being a person who can simply nap all day. Then I thought, if the world becomes a peaceful place, all my crest research might be for naught.
¿Y eso por qué?
Well, I don't see how crests have much use in times of peace. Certainly there are crests that make you stronger and could be used in engineering. And I suppose crests that increase magical abilities might help doctors heal injuries. Still, the possibilities seem limited. It's as if crests were designed to be used only in times of war. Their power meant to bring about death and destruction.
Quizás este es lo cierto.
I cannot prove what I say is true, but suppose for a moment that it is. The longer this war goes on, the more useful my crest research becomes. But if the war were to end today, we would go on living, perhaps not using the power of our crests at all. It is truly my dream to be a crest scholar, but I also dream of all the wonderful naps peace would bring. Saying it all out loud, it feels a rather stupid thing to worry over. Knowledge or peace, sleep or war.
Si es absurdo, deja de preocuparte.
You know, you're right. In the end, maybe it's not that stupid after all. It certainly isn't to me. Although if I stop researching crests, I'll have one less excuse to spend time with you. Professor, don't make faces like that. People like you, who listen to my blathering and then nod and smile as though what I say matters, people like you are very precious to me.
Bueno, eso ha sido rarete. El nivel de poder de habilidad subió. Parece que Gaspar le gustaría hablar contigo. ¿Quieres aceptar?
Hey, Professor, something's been bothering me. Remember that suspicious guy I chased after back when I was a student?
Sí.
The knight scolded me for it, but at the time I really thought I was doing the right thing. Now that I've had more experience on the battlefield, though...
I've been looking for you. There isn't much time, so I'll keep this brief. The knights encountered a band of brigands while out marching. It was hard fought, but we prevailed. Our soldiers are highly trained, but the enemy was formidable, and we weren't expecting combat. There were a number of casualties among our troops.
¿Por qué nos informas precisamente a nosotros?
There is something I wanted to bring to your attention. The brigands all bore identical tattoos of a scorpion on their arms. Please, keep an eye out for that mark in the future.
Oh no.
Gracias.
Don't mention it. If you'll excuse me, I need to get back to my duties.
Heck of a coincidence, right? As soon as I mention that suspicious guy, this happens. But some of the knights died in combat. They died because of what I did 5 years ago. This is my fault. If I'd stayed quiet and tracked the guy down like you said, we would have stopped those brigands sooner, and I wouldn't have blood on my hands.
Podría haberle hecho daño a los niños.
But he probably wouldn't have. Now those knights, they're not coming back. We both know it. This is all my fault.
¿Cómo salgo de aquí?
No. Hello. Professor.
Parece que a la Licenciada le gustaría hablar contigo. ¿Quieres aceptar?
for helping me with my training again today, Professor. I'm gonna keep at it for a while longer, so you go on ahead.
Deberías descansar un poco.
I can't. Not when I'm right on the cusp of using my power to greater potential. Surely you yourself are tired. Just don't worry about me, okay? I'm sorry, Professor. It was careless of me to continue, despite how fatigued I clearly was. I probably should have listened to you. Now I've made a mess of things. I can't help but feel the need to rush in all things constantly. You get that way when you realize you haven't got much time.
¿A qué te refieres?
13 years ago, House Ordelia was involved in a civil conflict within the Empire. All we did was respond to a call for aid. We weren't involved politically. But once the rebellion was crushed, my family was held responsible for the aid we gave, and the Empire gained some sway over us as a result. At the time, the noble houses of the Alliance took a passive stance. No one lent aid to my family. As a result, some key officials within the family were killed, and people from the Empire were sent to replace them. Among those people were some mysterious mages. They were unsettling, in a word, skin pale as death. One after another, they captured and imprisoned the children of our household. They began performing terrible rituals on the children, though it's probably more accurate to call them experiments. With the Empire monitoring our every move, my parents could do nothing but watch in horror as all of this unfolded. One after another, the children died, till the only one left was me. You know, my hair wasn't always this color. During their experiments, they'd been doing things with my blood. One morning, I awoke like this, a shock of white hair, all trace of pigment gone. Upon seeing me, the mages were delighted. They realized that their experiments had finally succeeded. Sure enough, they ran a test and saw that two crests coexisted within me. Losing pigment from my hair wasn't the only loss. The mages informed me that my lifespan was now greatly shortened. 5 more years at most, perhaps less.
Eso es terrible.
Shortly thereafter, the mages lost interest in me, and we never saw them in the Ordelia household again. Since all that, our family has been in decline. It's challenging now even to govern our territory. After all my mother and father have suffered, I at least want them to have peace as they grow older. That is all I wish for, but I haven't much time to ensure it comes to pass.
Es demasiado pronto para rendirse.
It's not like what's been done to me can be undone.
Vamos a buscar una solución.
Professor, the only way I can conceive of would be to remove my crest somehow. But I don't know if that's even remotely possible. Even if it were, I wouldn't be of much use to you and the others without my crests.
Alguna manera tiene que haber.
You sound resolved. I'll allow your resolve to bolster my own. Thank you, Professor.
El lío de poder civil se te ha sumado. ¿Quieres ver qué está haciendo Bernadetta?
I can't believe how long it's been since I left home. Since I was dragged out of the house, I mean. 5 whole years. It's weird to think about.
Raro, ¿por qué?
At first, I I remember I was desperate to go back, but now it's the opposite. I have friends here, and I have you. The monastery's become a second home to me. Back then, I never would have dreamed a day like this would come.
Me alegro por ti.
It's all thanks to you. You've given me a second chance at life. If not for you, I never would have gotten used to leaving my room, let alone the monastery. Maybe the battlefields just dulled my senses. I'm much better with strangers and new places now, though. I don't panic nearly as much as before.
Perfecto, entonces tengo una misión para ti.
What? Independent? As in, alone? That sounds like a tough assignment. Where did this come from all of a sudden? Hey, hold on. You're teasing me, aren't you? Please don't joke around like that anymore. It's torture for me.
Vale, vale.
You're still not taking me seriously. I mean it. Promise me you won't do that again. Friends respect each other's feelings, don't they?
Vale, te lo prometo.
Good. I'll hold you to that. You're absolutely not allowed to send me out anywhere on my own. Got it? You would need to come with me. If you're with me, I can go anywhere in the world.
Te acompañaré en espíritu.
No, that defeats the purpose. Why can't you get what I'm saying? Oh, that's enough. I need some time alone.
Bernadetta. Bueno, no más apoyo con Bernadetta, al menos por aquí. Bernadetta. Eso es lo que pienso. Bernadetta.
Professor.
Parece que a Shamir le gustaría hablar contigo. ¿Quieres aceptar?
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around.
Lo mismo digo.
I think you did most of the heavy lifting. It may be unwise to think this way on the battlefield, but I feel I can trust your commands without question.
A veces me equivoco.
Don't we all? But judging by the results of our recent battles, you're clearly good at this. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately. Almost like you know I won't question your orders.
Sé que puedo confiar en ti.
Huh. I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still, I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leader of the Imperial Army. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no title for the commander of an army.
No veo nada de malo en ello.
Relax, I was just having fun. You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone, but I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda, up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry though, I don't plan to turn on you.
El helicóptero está Shamir su papel.
Professor.
Parece que a Hubert le gustaría hablar contigo. ¿Quieres aceptar?
Nice place, isn't it, Professor? Standing here, you can almost feel the goddess's absence. Discounting what dwells within you, of course. Do you think some punishment would rain down from the sky if this monastery were to be destroyed? Of course not. Even if the so-called Immaculate One came back here for revenge, that would only be a result of this war, not the work of a deity.
¿No te gusta la diosa?
If it is between love and hate, then I would choose the latter. The goddess failed to properly govern this world. That is why it is necessary for Lady Edelgard to become the supreme leader of Fodlan. Those with power must use it wisely. Is that not a teaching of the Church of Seros? It's absurd to preach to others what you cannot practice yourself.
Ningún sentido.
Yes. It is our humanity that pushes us to step up and take the lead should the need arise. That is not the case for inhuman creatures with lifespans well beyond our own. We must fight to preserve what makes us human.
Ah,
You are the one closest to the enemy. I wonder if you will be able to maintain your humanity to the end.
por supuesto.
You make it sound easy. I find myself trusting you, even with my life. I've already dedicated my life to Lady Edelgard. To throw my lot in with you is inconceivable. But if I had 2 lives to give, I might devote one of them to you. We could be a couplet of birds, flying alongside the sovereign of Black Eagles.
Hubert, le das demasiado valor a la humanidad, sobre todo cuando habéis declarado una guerra contra la humanidad y cometes actos que podrían ser considerados inhumanos solo para cumplir tus objetivos. Con lo que, what the fuck, Hubert. Oh. De verdad, no soporto la ruta de Delgar, me pone malo. En fin, vamos a por el último. Y ya sí que sí, nos veremos a fin de mes. Que queráis que o no, ya da para un capítulo todo esto. ¿Quieres ver qué está haciendo Ferdinand Bonair? Te esfuerzas aún más que de costumbre.
Yes, I am in a hurry. Edelgard claims victory after victory. She never stops. 5 years ago, she ascended the throne and swept away the corrupt nobles, my father included. I always thought I would be the one to unseat him, but she did it instead, with all the ease and indifference of someone cracking an egg. Now, as the head of House Eyre, I serve Edelgard. I have to accept that I am her subordinate, working beneath her to reunify Fodlan. The disparity between Edelgard and myself is obvious. She never stops moving forward, single-minded, never wavering. But where does that leave me? Here, flailing about, going nowhere, contributing nothing.
¿No es cierto?
But it is. That is the reality. Not once since our days at the Academy have I exceeded Edelgard's abilities. I saw her as a worthy opponent. She did not even see me as a contender. She did not even consider me at all. As the head of the noble House Eyre, I must be able to achieve results. But all my efforts have come to nothing. Results are everything. I have not shown results, so I will be stagnating here forever.
Pero sí que has obtenido resultados.
I appreciate your kind words, but you are wrong. I know that I have a massive wall to climb, and I must climb it alone. Even so, may I ask a favor?
Por supuesto.
Professor, please keep an eye on my progress. I would appreciate if you were always by my side. bearing witness to my accomplishments.
El otro entre Xavi y Frida su bebé. Bueno, pues. Queda mucho menos. Quedan Edelgar, Ferdinand y Caspar. Loren está un poco igual en esta run, y supongo que Shamir. Con lo que... Sí, bueno, Edelgar tiene un porrón de apoyos A, pero es normal. Solo le quedan apoyos A, Edelgar. Hubert también ha terminado casi. Si no saca a Shamir y Hahnemann me da igual, quiero sacar con las águilas. Ferdinand Bonair también va bien, es decir, vamos bien en lo que respecta a apoyos, no me preocupa en absoluto. Solo faltan los apoyos A y tenemos todo el timeskip para hacerlos. Me despido ya de vosotros, nos vemos a fin de mes.